Good morning, good morning, good morning. How you all doing today? Welcome to the Real O Show. Yes, we're running a special time today, but as you can see, why would I possibly be wearing this beautiful, great jersey? Why? Because it's NFL kickoff today, people. That's what it is. It's NFL kickoff. And I am, oh, behold, representing the 2016 Super Bowl champions, Green Bay Packers. Yes, I said it, and I'm proud. I said it. Yeah, believe it. Green Bay, people. Green Bay. Who you all repping? What you guys got? Who do you think could possibly take out the Packers and Mr. Aaron Rodgers? Nobody. No ma'am, no sir. We killing it this season. We doing it up. We doing it big. So with that said, you post your pictures of you wearing your jersey for NFL kickoff weekend. Post it to, send it to therealoshow@gmail.com. Let us see it so we can post it up for you. Let's get some challenges going. Let's see who you all got in your corner, who you think is good enough to take us out. With that said, let's get into our show, shall we? All right. So our show today is corporal punishment, proper parenting. For the longest time that we could possibly remember, especially if you grew up in the 80s and before, you know you used to hear your grandmama, your mama tell you to go outside. Go, baby, go get that switch. And if you come back and bring me that little twiggy one, you're going to get it worse than you did in the first place. You guys know you had that. Or somebody used to get a little, the toaster cord or, whatever they can get their hands on. And that's what you got beat with. You got beat with a belt. And I said beat, not spank, beat. Because sometimes, yes, you got beat. So, what was the problem? I mean, did you deserve it? Did it make you a horrible person? Do you all believe that corporal punishment is proper parenting? Or do you think that it's archaic and doesn't deserve to be a form of punishment these days? Something to think about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you a survey that was put out this year, June of this year. And I'm going to read it to you, and I want you to tell me what you think about this survey. All right? Here we go. So just bear with me, and we're going to go over this. All right? All right. So the study was done June of this year by 023. That's the name of the company that did this study as far as corporal punishment and how it affects children. So according to the study, it says that a quarter of the parents that they surveyed, had kids under 5 who would pop, or as they say, pop or swat their kids a few times a week or more. About a fifth of those parents say they would spank their offsprings regularly, and about 17% of those would use a belt, a wooden spoon, or some other form of utensil, tool. Yet the vast majority of those people didn't think that the type of discipline, the corporal punishment, was effective. So let's stop there for a minute. Let's analyze that. So this company did this survey and this study and said that 17% of the people that they surveyed didn't believe that using a tool to punish was very effective. That spanking was counterproductive, that it didn't help anything. Now, I remember the beatings that I got as a kid, and they were pretty productive. I'm just saying, that's just me. I mean, they kind of worked pretty well. I mean, as far as my butt goes, I know it felt it, but I know my mindset was, I want to do that again. But I digress. Let's move on. Let's continue with the study. Let's go. Let's see. So further in the study, they determined that the study says, or they have found that children who are spanked frequently have lower IQs, are more aggressive, and are more likely to abuse drugs and alcohol. Okay. In a University of California study, infants who were often spanked, had higher spikes in stress hormone cortisol when faced with a new experience, like being left with a stranger, compared to children who weren't spanked. Studies have also shown that spankings result in higher production of stress hormones, which can make children less able to deal with other stresses. Interesting. These findings have held up even when other common risk factors for these behaviors, such as poverty, ethnic backgrounds, and whether a child is temperamentally aggressive, are taken into account. So let's break this down, okay? Let me make sure that I understand. Let's see if you understand it. So let me hear your opinions, all right? What you think about this study. But this is what I'm thinking that they're saying. That because I was spanked and beat as a kid, because sometimes, yes, I deserve to get beat, that my IQ must be lower than the next kid next to me whose parents never spanked them. Okay? That I must be an alcoholic and a drug addict because I was spanked or beat. And the next kid next to me, because they never were, that means they never abused drugs and alcohol. They're also saying that I should also be antisocial and I have aggression issues because my parents spanked me. But because they never were spanked, they have no aggression issues and they should be a social butterfly. So, with that, what do you all think about that? How many of you have been spanked? How many of you have gotten a beating from your parents for doing something? Are you antisocial? Are you an alcoholic? Are you a drug addict because you got spanked or you got a beating? Yeah, I can't necessarily say I agree with this study at all, because I believe that should a kid get abused? No, absolutely not. Do I think that you should hit a kid with a shoe? No. Do I believe that if a kid steps out of line, should you spank him? Absolutely. Why? Because you are saving your kid from going to jail. You are saving your kid from getting into fights and being disrespectful to other adults. I see it these days where kids are cussing out their mama in the store, and the mama's just like, now you know, we talked about this. You know you can't talk to me like that? What? Let me cuss my mama. I'm 33 years old. Let me cuss my mama out. My mama will take a red eye from California to Georgia, whoop my tail, and fly her happy butt right back home and act like nothing happened. Yes, I'm 33 and I'm terrified of my mama. And so, yes, beatings save lives. Why? Because it's making the kid scared. Because it's making them responsible. It's making them understand that you do not disrespect, that you are to follow the rules. I'm not saying beat the kid black and blue. No, that's abuse. Ain't nobody saying that. What I'm saying is you need to do what you need to do as a parent to keep your kids safe and alive in these streets. Keep them for the point of not going out there talking out the left side of their face in school to their teacher when they should be paying attention and understanding what's going on so they can be a better prospect in this world. They should know that they will respect anybody inside the house and outside the house. They give that respect. But if you permit them to talk to anybody they want any which way, how is that being a productive parent? You are not their friend. That's what the problem is these days. Parents are so terrified of being a proper parent and disciplining because they're afraid that They aren't following the status quo. No. The status quo is the fact that you make sure you are not your child's friend, that you are their parent. You can be friendly, but you are not their friend. It is your responsibility as a parent to make sure that they are better off than you. That if you make $500,000 a year, you make sure that you raise them to where they make $1 million a year. If you own 3 cars, you make sure they own 6. If you speak 5 languages, you make sure they know 7, 8, 9, 10 languages. For me, I want my son to be a linguist. Why? Because as a linguist, you can go work for the UN, you can go work for any nation in this world. And you can ball out. You can travel the world, you get paid to travel, and that is all kinds of respect. So yes, I want my kid to be a linguist. He wants to be a fireman. Cool, he's 4. If he wants to be a fireman, I support his dream. That's what he wants to do. But I still want him to be able to know more than just 1 or 2 languages. Right now, he's learning 4. And I'm proud of him for it. Very proud of him for it. So yes, as a parent, you want the absolute best for your child. And when they step out of line, you need to make sure you set them straight. Because the fact of the matter is, a cop would rather the parent discipline than for them to have to step in and discipline. Because the way we see things as of lately, we see how the discipline goes in the streets. Especially for ethnics. So who would you rather parenting your child? The courts? The cops? Or you as the parent? That's your choice. That's your child. I'd rather me as the parent. I'd rather my son's mama as the parent. My grandmama, or my mom, his grandmama, to parent. To step in and set him straight and show him, hey, you know what? What you doing, it's not cool. What you doing is not right. So you straighten out here, or you won't have a lot of trouble when you get out to those streets. But you'll never get that far, because I would never permit it. My son knows you don't act out in public. You don't even act out at home. He knows better. Why? Because I instilled that in him. He is afraid. Because when he's at school and they say, oh, we gonna call your daddy. No, don't call my daddy, don't call my daddy. That right there, that is instilled respect. Because he knows better. So how many of you, your children have that respect for you to know not to talk to you any which way? Know not to go to school cussing out their teachers. How many of you your children have that level of respect? Because that's what's important. It starts at home. I know a lot of people want to, it's the teacher's fault if the teacher only. No. It's the parents. It's on us. It all starts at home. If we allow our kids to talk to us any which way, they're not going to have any kind of respect for anybody else. Period. We instill what we want in our children. Yes, they have a lot of other people who are in their ear. Their friends, their teachers, people in the street, what they see on TV. But why are they teaching your child? Why are all these other people in your kid's ear teaching them how to be a man or a woman when you're their parent? Isn't that supposed to be for you? So as far as corporal punishment goes, do I believe that corporal punishment should be allowed to discipline? I absolutely do. Because it instills a solid form of respect for your child to make sure they know. You want, as it was said to me, you think you want to act like a man? Okay, I'm going to treat you like one. You 12 years old and you want to talk to me out the left side of your face? You want to talk to me like you grown? All right. Let's act like you grown. Let's do some grown man stuff right now. Teaching kids to understand that they can't just talk to anybody. They can't just do anything that they feel. They're not grown. They children. Yes, 13, 14, 15, they still children. They young kids. And they still need to learn how to talk to folks. And that is us as the parents. That is our responsibility to make sure that they understand that. Now, I'm not saying the ones that you all out there that don't believe in spanking, your kids aren't being raised properly. No. Don't get me confused. I'm not saying that at all. I believe every child is different. You have to figure out what works best for your child to get them to understand respect and to understand that when they go out in public, they can't just do whatever they want to. You have to do what's best for your child because every child is different. Every child is raised different. Every child, forms to punishment differently. My child, you take something away and you put him in a corner somewhere, he'll straighten up in a snap. Give him 5 minutes, he'll come back and he's apologizing left, right, and center. I very rarely ever have to do anything. But not every kid is like mine. Everybody's kid is different. But again, I digress and say, who would you rather be teaching your child? Who would you rather be, in your child's ear? Who would you rather discipline your child? You or the courts? You or the cops? I'm going to stick with me because at least I know with me, my kid will be alive. At least with me, I know my kid will be home, safe. He ain't going to be in a jail cell. He ain't going to be in a grave. So, corporal punishment, you think that it reduces my IQ? I think I'm pretty smart. And I think I'm pretty social. And I don't even drink. Not like that. And I dang sure don't do drugs. So, do I believe that corporal punishment makes you all those things? No. Not in the slightest. What I do believe is that when you allow your kids to run your household, you lose the respect of your child. And ain't no kid gonna be running my household. Period. Ever. So stop being your children's friend and start being their parent. Start making sure that they understand you don't talk to anybody any which way. Let them understand you ain't gonna do whatever you want to. When I tell you to do something, you do it. There's reasons why I'm so hard on you. There are reasons why I get on you about curfew. There are reasons why I say you have a bedtime. There's reasons why I say do your homework before you watch TV or play that Xbox or PS4. There's reasons why I tell you to do these things. Because when you get out in the world, you get out in these streets and you're no longer under my roof and you have to work a job, your job is not going to be there to say, now, Billy, you do realize that you're running 15 minutes late. Are you going to be coming in? No. You run late, deuces. You out of a job. You talk to your boss any which way you want to. I promise you, the very next day, you won't be able to get in the building. If you are in the building, it's probably you'll be leaving in handcuffs, or they'll be basically saying, yeah, you were terminated last night. Let's teach them right. Let's let our children understand respect starts at home. That is our responsibility as parents. So you do what you feel is best for your child. But don't ever step to me or any other parent when you see us disciplining our child. Say, oh, you can't do that. That's not right. No. If you don't get on somewhere and let me handle my child, you handle yours. I got mine. I know what my child needs. So understand, abuse? Absolutely not. We do not abuse our children. You do not use a fist. You do not throw them around a room. Yes, I understand they may get on your last nerve, but you do not do it. You do not beat them black and blue. No. You do enough for them to understand the message that's being sent, and you stop. You let them understand why they got what they just got. So they understand the message that's being told to them. So they learn it, they hear it, they adhere to it. That is proper corporal punishment. So that is our show today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Tomorrow, Freebie Friday, What is Freebie Friday? Freebie Friday is my way of giving back. It is the show's way of getting back. For you all, for you loyal viewers, I'm so thankful for you guys every single morning, every single day. You are here with me. You are watching. You spread the love to your friends and family. So this is my way of saying thank you to you. I've gotten so many emails about Freebie Friday. I mean, it's mind-boggling how many emails that I've gotten. So I thank you all so much for sharing and telling people about it. So tomorrow we will be doing commercials and promotions for these businesses. So I hope you all listening are able to hear these businesses here. Maybe you're like, oh man, I didn't know that. Oh yes, I definitely have to. That is the purpose of this. So if I can't get to your business, I apologize. I've gotten insurmountable amount of emails about these promotions. And so if I don't get into it tomorrow, I promise you, I will get to it shortly. All right? If it's not on tomorrow's show, it'll be on a future show. You have my word. All right? But this is huge. This is great. I thank you all so very much. All right? Hit me up on Facebook. Hit me up on YouTube, Omar Robinson. If you have something going on, you need some assistance, you need some help, you need some advice. We are family. We will always be family. We are here to help you. Hit up the show at therealoshow@gmail.com. All right? I will post it. We will talk about it. We will be here live to discuss. And as always, it stays confidential. Nobody will ever know except for me. All right? The show is the only one that will know about it. So, I thank you all again. Have a great Thursday. Remember, Super Bowl champs, baby. Green Bay Packers. All day live. All right? I love you guys. Have a great Thursday. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care of yourselves.